Greetings all Hellions and sinners, I am Dan, your resident Welsh Helliverse expert. We got it, folks. We finally got it. The trailer for Season 3 of Helluva Boss was dropped on Friday, along with a new Helluva short coming on Saturday. Now, both of these were dropped at Level Up Expo in Las Vegas, so we have a lot to talk about. Let's not waste any more time and let's explore this. First, we have some more information regarding the release of Season 3. Some of which we already knew, that it was going to be 15 episodes and that it was going to be split into 2 parts. But we now have a rough idea of when it will start. Fall 2026 for part 1, and then part 2 will be out sometime in 2027. How this will be split we don't know yet, but I'm going to guess it will be the first 8 episodes in part 1 with the remaining 7 for part 2. That's basically all we get in terms of release, but let's get to the good stuff. Okay, so the first thing is the dialogue at the beginning from Millie.
What you did, saving us, it was brave, but I can never tell you how much that means to me, to us.
This to me sounds like a really fascinating pairing that I don't think many would be thinking of. I think many of us were thinking of maybe Stolas and Moxie being an interesting pairing, and yeah, we may get some of that, but Millie and Stolas is an interesting one, especially with what Millie says.
So don't say you don't deserve nothing. You're one of us now.
Again, one of Millie's characteristics is her own self-worth, being appreciated for who she is and what she can do, as opposed to being seen as just another imp hired to kill someone. And after what Stolas went through in the finale for Season 2, it's nice for the person who has seen that she can be something, comforting the person who feels like he has nothing, giving him the same boost of confidence that Blitz most likely passed on to her. It's a great moment that I'm sure is going to be better once we see it in context. Now, I think that's the main part of this trailer, but there are so many individual clips that are going to be so much fun to dissect. I'm really interested in what this screenshot of Octavia is all about.
I know it cost you big.
She looks as though she's dressed up for a formal occasion, so maybe this is where Stella could be trying to force her into an arranged marriage like her and Stolas. And we see bits later on of Stolas and Blitz outside Stolas' palace. At least we assume it's the same place because of all the ice statues around it. And maybe Stolas is going to try and convince her not to go through with it. Maybe even Octavia is beginning to rebel against her mother and uncle because of this shot. Oh, no! And also the end.
Us losers gotta stick together.
Again, nice to see some more development from Luna, and I'm going to assume that she is talking to Octavia in this scene, and it looks like we're back at Bee's place in Gluttony, so maybe Luna has snuck Via out for this party to give her a taste of freedom, and of course it would be a build on their relationship that was developed back in Seeing Stars. And I mean that as sisters, you sick pervs. Oh, who am I kidding? We're all sick pervs if we're watching this. Also, it's cool that we may actually get to see a teenage Stolas, maybe just before his marriage, and seeing his relationship with Visago, which I think is needed since Visago just showed up out of nowhere in Mastermind and with no context to anything between him and Stolas, so it's nice to see that explored, and even Blitz and Fizz's friendship. Hopefully we may get something later with Verosica. Everything else is a bit too difficult to decipher what they could mean. They all just seem to be random clips with no understanding of what's going on. Maybe this Judge Octopus might have a part in something, but it's too vague to really know. Also, we still know nothing about the revelation of Millie's pregnancy, so hopefully we get a little of that soon in this first part. But yeah, that's all we have so far for Season 3 of Helluva Boss, and I am excited. As I've said before, nearly a year and a half since the end of Season 2, and outside of the shorts, I think people just want to get back to the actual story and see where these characters are going to go. Hopefully these next few months will just fly by, but until then, we still have a few more shorts coming our way, including